Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday to everybody, and happy Mondays with Max. I am Max Voltage, as many of you know. Anyway, I am a bit tired today. Spent too much time staying up late over the weekend on my days off, but definitely got a lot of stuff done and had some fun in the meantime. Playing some video games while I had some time off. So anyway, appreciate you guys all being here. Let's see, let's do a quick rundown. I got a lot of people here tonight. Got Second TL Mining, Patrick Murphy, Patrick Guyan, Travelers Travels, Canadian Miner, Ertana, Mickey, Brenton Matthews, Rondi. Thank you for being here and being a member. Appreciate it. And again, thank you for the, and actually my wife just took it downstairs, the PDU that I didn't get a chance to install this weekend, although I did open up a port on the Switch so that I will be able to install it next weekend. Anyway, preparation. And I also got to figure out how to use it. Anyway, that's a whole other story. Network Bits, thank you for being here. All Set Miner. Let's see here. 619 OTA. Appreciate you being here. Crypto Crag, Crypto Hunter, Red Panda Mining. Yes, holy crap, I made it. And thank you for the $2 Canadian, which, by the way, this is kind of cool. Within OBS and within Stream Elements, it actually tells me how much $2 Canadian is, and it's $1.47 in US. Anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool. I looked over and I'm like, oh, wow, cool. It actually tells me how much it is. Anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I think I said Canadian Miner, but if I didn't, welcome. Golden Wolf, thank you for being here. Long time no see. Haven't seen you here in a little while, but appreciate you being here. Integra Guy, thank you for being a member. Paduek Miner, thank you for being a member. And Brian Hollywood, thank you for being here. And sorry, Rondi, can't talk helium because he showed up too early. Anyway, thank you for being here, Brian, and being a member. Anthony Danowski, first time with live Max Voltage. What's up? Well, maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be, but anyway, appreciate you being here. And Balco Bulls, thank you for the super chat. I have to run in a few, but I'll catch you in a replay. Always great content. Well, thank you. I very much appreciate that. Let's see here. Solar Miner. I took a month off, getting itchy. Yeah, we're all, I don't know. It's that time of year and bear market and just everybody's cranky. Anyway, let's see. King Mining. 4J, thank you for being here and being a member. Geek of All Trades, thank you for being here and being a member. Okay, it just jumped on me. There we go. Let me come back to that. Sun Flannel Mama is here, so thank you to her for being here and keeping me in check. Hilo Crypto, Mad Dog Miner, Retro Mike Crypto, thank you very much for all of your content. It has been great. I really enjoy your content, man. And we'll talk a little bit about that tonight as well. If you have not subscribed to Retro Mike Crypto, please do. He's got some very, I don't know, I geek out to his stuff. I think his stuff is great. It's very detailed. Anyway, Pearl Rival, thank you for being here and being a member. And all right, so let me get to some of the comments. And let me see, I'm actually going to try to post some of these. So, so Andrew Nowski says, checking in from Northeast Wisconsin, and we are going to get kicked in the you-know-what with snowstorm coming Wednesday and Thursday this week. Super fun times. Yeah, I actually haven't checked the weather in the Chicago area, but I'm hearing from people at work that, maybe we should make some plans of either leaving early or starting late. I don't know. But I said, you know what? That was yesterday. Well, it was today when he said that. This morning at 5 a.m. I'm like, we got 48 hours. Lots can change in 48 hours as far as the forecast goes. So anyway, but yeah, I'm sure Wisconsin always gets hit worse than the Chicago area. That is for sure. All right, let me hit some of these other ones. Patrick and lies. Let's see. I'm scrolling back up to see if there was anything. Oh, Brian Hollywood, can you be blue for Christmas? Sure, I trust you. He's trustworthy, right? All right, you are now blue, Mr. Brian Hollywood. Anyway. All right. Think I hit all of those. Pearl Rival. And hold on. I'm actually reading the YouTube chat because I can see the tags better there. But in order for me to put them on screen, I've got to be in a different screen. So I am looking for Pearl Rival, which is, there it is. Oh, actually, this is her tagging. Anyway, that's Pearl Rival talking to my wife, but it says, you shut my department down today. Our manager called and said, WTF is going on. My boss told him to stand down. It was the Colin Furs video that got us. Not sure what that's regarding. I mean, I know who Colin Furs is, but how did I shut down my how did I shut down your apartment today? I'm confused. That'll probably be pretty easy tonight because like I said, I'm pretty tired. Anyway. All right. Brian Hollywood, thank you for the $10 super chat. Very, very much appreciate it. All righty. Well, oh, and the Mining King even came tonight. So, hey, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, get your minds out of the gutter, people. Anyway. And then Anthony Nadowski says, well, back to the movie, Trains, Planes, and Automobiles movie, if you're from Chicago. Yes. I'm not a huge fan of that movie, actually. It was just a big movie of frustration. And anyway, that's just me. I love, John Candy and Steve Martin. Definitely love those two guys and other things, but was not a big fan of that movie myself. Alrighty, well, let's get down to some topics. And yes, really, I could not believe the news that just came up within the last hour or so. And let me... Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, is arrested in the Bahamas. And actually, I have my son to thank because I was kind of napping a little bit before the stream. And he gave me a call and said, hey, did you hear? I'm like, hear what? He said, SBF's been arrested. I'm like, really? So don't really have a lot more information other than that he's been arrested. And I guess the charges are sealed at this point, but they are soon to be unsealed, is my understanding. That was the way he described it. But anyway, how many of you guys have had heard about this? Big news. I'm honestly pretty shocked that it came this quickly. I thought for sure this was going to drag out, that he may not at all, get arrested for a very, very long time. But yeah, he was arrested today. So, and what's interesting is I thought, okay, well, what's happening to the markets. So Bitcoin's up over 17,000. That's been a resistance level. And what's interesting is that Bitcoin and Ethereum are up, but the rest of it is a lot of red. So if we look at Flux today, Flux is below the 50-cent mark. It had been above 50 cents, been up around 55 cents recently. So that's a bit of a downer. And then Caspa has dropped down a little bit. Let's take that out to like a month. So it's definitely down from its highs, but it hasn't really lost too much. It lost a little bit recently, down from over 7 cents down to where it is now at about 6.8. So everything's kind of treading water a bit, which isn't a bad thing. That means we're developing a support level where we are. So even if we go down from here, it's a resistance level on the way up. But if we go up from here, it's a resistance level on the way down as well. So not that I am a technical expert or anything, but I've learned a few things along the way. And no, this is not financial advice or trading advice of any sort whatsoever. All right, let me see if I can catch up with some people in the chat. Let's see here. Yeah, Brian Hollywood said he's 100% getting Epstein. I wouldn't be surprised, but being that the parents are in really very, very prominent positions, I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm a little split on that one. Oh, so Pearl Rival said, you mentioned this guy's underground build in the SNL design. Design is right up our alley. Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's just fascinating. It's one of those things where I could watch all of his videos. He's entertaining. He is doing something that nobody else is doing. And you're just like, you can relate to it. You could actually do something like that. Or a lot of people could do something like that in their backyard. And I'm thinking, yeah, I could build a mining shed in the backyard, build an underground bunker below it. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Mining King. I appreciate it. And Flux was added to unmineable today. Interesting. I know that the Flux algorithm was added to unmineable, but the actual coin, now you can actually mine Flux. I'm assuming that's what you meant, Mining King. I was not aware of that. All right, let me... We don't get political here at Geek of All Trades, but Dem's going to pardon him so he doesn't have to worry. I don't see that happening. I think everybody wants to lynch him at this point, whether you're a Democrat or not. And even if you don't because you like the money that he's giving you as a Democrat, you have to put on the correct face. And no, you're not going to win any friends by... you're not going to win any friends by not wanting to see SBF go through the legal system. Paul D says, is it true it was 100% BitBoy following him around the Bahamas grocery stores that got him charged? I'm not sure where you heard that, but I really doubt that. I would say that there was a video where one of the people interviewing him, and I can't think of the name of the guy. I'm sure you guys know. Somebody will chime up here as to who it was, but basically pushed him on questioning, and he was pushing for something that he would admit to. And what he admitted to in the line of questioning was the commingling of funds, meaning the commingling of funds between the people that literally just deposited their funds and were under one terms of agreement, and people who deposited their funds but then decided to, you know, do all kinds of, you know, leverage trading, lending, you know, those types of things. And they're under a different terms. So he basically admitted to commingling those funds, which is why the people who just deposited their funds, everything should be there on a one-to-one basis, that their stuff wasn't there. So, and he made some comment, well, you know, how was I supposed to, in the heat of the moment, figure out, you know, which funds were which when we're trying to process withdrawals? Dude, that's kind of your job as a company. Yeah, you're not going to get out of that one. But anyway, I thought it was pretty interesting. Anyway, Hawk Crypto Mining, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Mad Dog Miner, thank you for being here. CoffeeZilla, that's who it was. Thank you, Mad Dog Miner. I appreciate that very much. Anyway, let me see what else I may have missed. Okay, doesn't look like anybody else has tagged me other than Hawk. So anyway, this is a story. I mean, that I'm curious to see how the markets react. I don't think the markets should react at all. I mean, so you arrest the guy. How does that affect anybody's funds? Everybody knows the FTX funds, they're gone. They're gone. Anything that you get out of them isn't going to be criminal. It's going to be civil. So yeah. So anyway, but yeah, markets are doing okay. So, which is a good thing. So anyway, all right. Eat Caspa for breakfast, Ortana. Yeah, actually, interestingly enough, I was actually looking to see like what was profitable for me. I can be as low as 5 cents, but in general, I can be at 7 cents. Lately, I've been at closer to 10, which isn't really profitable. But I need to basically put the timer back on where it only mines at night again. I will have to leave one of my miners on though, because it is now a Flux Node, but we'll go into that in a little bit. But anyway, but yeah, at 7 cents on my Octo miner, I'm making about 62 cents. And then if I go to my rig 1, what the heck? What is Dagger Random X? What the heck? So there must be some wrong settings in here. Or they added some extra algorithms or something. Yeah, Random X shouldn't even be part of this. Well, I don't think anyway. Maybe this is something I should be looking at. But anyway, we can see CAS was at 52 cents on that one. That's got much less hash rate, but it's more efficient. So anyway, but yeah, I definitely happy that I'm able to make a profit. But like I said, I need to be a little bit smarter. Oh, this one was set actually at 5 cents. But yeah, everybody go mine the new coins. Leave Caspa and Flux alone. Anyway, but all right. The other things I want to cover. Okay, so this weekend, I had Thursday and Friday off from work and Saturday and obviously Saturday and Sunday off. So it was nice having 4 days off of work and did a couple of things. One of the things I did was I created a Flux node thanks to the video by Retro Mike Crypto, who, bear with me here a second. I am going to get a link to his video, which obviously will give you a link. So please go subscribe. He puts in a lot of work in his videos, and can be quite lengthy. One of his was really long. This is one where he actually put a level 2 hypervisor, whose name is eluding me for the moment, on top of Hive OS, where you can then run multiple nodes. I decided I wasn't going to do that. If I do another node, I'm going to spin up another computer and actually take the node off of Hive OS that I have now and put it on that computer. So I haven't decided exactly what I'm doing with it yet, but I'm probably going to take a 2700, an AMD 2700, Ryzen 2700, and use that to spin up 4 nodes on it. All right, so here's Retro Mike Crypto. Bear with me here while I there we go. This one. This was, whoop, let me turn that down. Let me post this in the chat. And while you're there, go subscribe to him. But anyway, I followed those instructions and the instructions were really good. Very good. there were a few things where I kind of had to go back into the video to look at, because he had a link to the instructions. And so I used those for all the commands, but then I also had to look at the video. And I did actually notice there were a few things that looked like they may not have been quite right as far as paths. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, Retro Mike Crypto, but they were pretty easy to figure out. You had like an extra slash in the one spot, and then there was a misspelling on one other thing. But again, that was not a deal breaker at all. And the biggest problem was I had left out a command, and it wasn't going to work without that command. And then I finally figured that out. It only took me like 15 minutes to figure that out. But yeah, it's been running great. And except I was having some trouble with it actually fulfilling the benchmarks, which was really odd. And so then I really looked at a speed test and saw that I was getting packet errors. I'm like, okay, enough's enough. I'm going to run Ethernet to the basement. So that's what kind of, I've been wanting to do it for a while, but yeah. And when I say I ran Ethernet to the basement, my wife did most of the work. She did all the power tools and stuff. And I just said, yep, works. But what's funny about it is actually that I said, I got all the stuff and she's like, we're not doing that today, are we? I'm like, we don't have to. I mean, we can put it off. It's not a big deal. Everything's running. And lo and behold, she decided to do it today. Or not today, but this is a couple days ago. And which I was very happy about. So she is a keeper, that's for sure. So anyway, but yeah, now I have Ethernet running in the basement. My daughter is very, very happy about that as well, because we ran two lines. We ran one line to the mining area, where I have a switch hooked up to about half basically all the computers I have in the basement except for my daughter's. And then I ran a separate line, which needed to be like about an extra 25 feet long. So I ran an extra line to her computer. We just ran it over the floor for now. We will be, putting it basically in the ceiling of the basement and then dropping it down. But for now, we just ran it over the floor. But yeah, she's very happy. No complaints. Her speed's much better, obviously, and much more consistent. So it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. All right. So Retro Mike Crypto says, in fact, let me find him over here so I can highlight. Where is it? See, Twidget is really quirky in the fact that it's hard to find. Well, here, I'll do this. So yeah, I looked at the paste bin for the commands. So the commands were fine. It was when you went into the actual files and you put the path in, that first one that you put the path in for, you had like a double slash, and you didn't put Mongo, you just put Mong, M-O-N-G. And I double checked, I triple checked it, quadruple checked it. I'm like, maybe this one's supposed to be spelled like this. And I was like, no. Every reference to this was Mongo, in this specific path. So, but anyway, I'm not sure how important that first one was. It was the second one that was more important anyway, I think. But anyway, it, like I said, I got it to work, and I appreciate all the commands. Actually, for your second video, the paste bin that link, that still had the commands from the first video last time I checked. Maybe you've changed it since then, but yeah, that still had the commands from the first video in there. But anyway, but go check out his videos. They're great, very practical. I think some great ideas depending on, what you are using for your rigs. I mean, if I had the 2700 on one of my rigs, I probably just would make that whole rig and populate it with additional nodes. But, and there's things with keeping below a certain number of rigs with Hive OS and being able to turn my rigs off as I need to. There's just a bunch of different things where I probably will eventually take it off of there, but I wanted to do it as a proof of concept. So 56, thank you so much for the super chat. Very much appreciate it. So anyway, but yeah, it's like I said, it's been running great. Have had no issues with it. Got 5 nodes running now. So definitely very, very happy about that. Working to get to 8. And then hopefully by then, magically, Comcast will decide to upgrade the upload speed. That would be nice. So, anyway, all right, let me select this one. I'm assuming you're talking about Retromite Crypto, but by the way, funny enough, his video benchmark does not line up with the actual node he's running. Oh, interesting. Anyway. Alrighty, let's see. What else did I miss? Pearl Rival, if he's detained in the Bahamas, how will he testify in front of Congress on Tuesday? That's a good question. I'm curious as to whether or not he actually, I mean, Tuesday tomorrow or Tuesday next week. I don't remember when he was scheduled. Let me actually go over here. SBF Congress. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, it was tomorrow. Let's see if there's any updates within the last hour. Yeah, I don't know how he's going to testify before Congress if he's being arrested. I don't know. News to follow, I would guess. Go figure. Alrighty. And then network bits. Haha, good jokes. Comcast and upload speed. Well, remember, they are planning on upgrading upload speed for all of their services. And the upload speed for the 1.2 gig download will be 200. The question is when? That's the real question. And I have not been able to get a straight answer out of them. So no news is good news. I mean, they did actually take down our service here for a good period of time. So anyway, sorry, I was looking at a deleted comment. Anyway, yeah, they are looking to upgrade everybody's speed. I mean, they need to stay competitive. They need to. So how am I passing benchmarks? One at a time. That's how I'm passing benchmarks. I wonder if Comcast actually scales the upload speed, because the one upload speed I'm getting on one of my nodes is really, really high. And that one's really curious to me because it's taking 100%, which it can't take 100%. There's other traffic going on. I don't know how it's getting 42 megabits per second, but anyway, but it is. And I do have Wondershaper installed on all of them, which again is another weird thing, because on the newest node, it says that upload is 42 megabits per second, but I have Wondershaper on and it's supposed to only limit it to 30. So that's kind of confusing to me. But hey, as long as it's on that side of things, I'm okay. So, but anyway, but I am hoping that they will upgrade the upload speeds. I don't know, next 3 to 6 months. That would be nice. Comcast, please. Be great if it was a Christmas present. That's not going to happen though. All right, network bits. They allow for a short burst of more bandwidth than you've bought in most cases. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Rude puts, what did I miss so far? Not much. You've seen my streams before. There is a rewind button, by the way. You can certainly rewind if you need to. Anyway, Retromite Crypto says, fixed the paste bin on the hypervisor video. Thanks for catching that. Oh, no problem. No problem. I meant to mention it to you before. I just hadn't had a chance. And, I kind of think that, well, that wasn't the one I meant to click. But it is true. And Alexander Feliner says Wondershaper is a must with multi-flux node setup. Absolutely. I mean, this is what I wanted to click. Was, fix the paste bin on the hypervisor video. Again, I still think that that is, for the right person, is a great idea. I mean, if you are running, you know, a CPU miner off of a server, yeah, you could definitely use a couple of cores to take care of your node. So anyway, but alrighty, let me see what other comments there are. Tane says, when you did Wondershaper, did you double check the network interface name? If not correct, then it won't work right. Yeah, I actually did. And yeah, it is ETH0. I did double check it, but good idea, because yes, there were a couple of them that didn't have the ETH0 as the Ethernet port. Alrighty, let's see what else. Oh, I also spun up a pre-node on Flux. So I now have 2 pre-nodes running. And with the pre-nodes, in fact, let me find that tab and bring it over. Give me a second. Pretty sure I know where that one is. Yes, that one's right here. In fact, I'm just going to duplicate it. Then bring over the duplicated tab. So there is my pre-node. And in the last 2 days, I have made, actually, let me do a refresh. I have made about 24 pre on my 8,000 pre investment. So it does have a very good APR. Now, if you look at the price of pre, in fact, let me bring it up. You'll see that it hasn't actually done very well. So relative to the dollar, but I'm hoping that it'll come back. You know, a little hopium there. As you can see, it has come down, but it has stabilized. I mean, is this really that different from other crypto? Maybe a little bit worse, but again, the smaller the project, I think the harder it's been hit. So I like its use case. I mean, you can actually go to presearch.com and actually do a search. And this uses the nodes out there to help perform the search. And it's basically, you're getting information from multiple search engines instead of just one. So you're hopefully getting a more well-rounded search as opposed to one that is specific to what one particular search engine feels is more important than the other. So, so how do I feel? How do I find running pre-nodes on Flux? It's good. I'm happy with it, but I did have a hiccup. So if you go to active, or not active, let's go to all. Look at all those pre-nodes. Yeah, I was having some issues. So I had a pre-node that was running, and then all of a sudden, it stopped working. It tried to launch another pre-node, and it looks like it was there for, I don't know, maybe an hour. And then that pre-node stopped working completely and didn't try to launch another one after that. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't hard to fix, but yeah, you'd rather not have to do that. You'd rather have it just automatically. So, I mean, this is new technology, people. There's going to be hiccups along the way. If you think that everything's going to run perfectly, okay, then good for you. But I kind of expect a few hiccups along the way. I wish there weren't, but that's kind of the expectation. That's why I monitor my stuff, and to make sure that it's constantly earning. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, I am happy with it. Let's go back to the 3 and scroll back over. So yeah, like I said, we're right around 24, 12 per node in the last 2 days. So about six per day per node. You guys can do the math. But I believe it's a little over 50% APR. So like I said, it's only as good as the price of pre, but because of its use case, I think it's an interesting project, one I'm willing to take a chance on. And that's why I decided to spin up a couple of pre nodes on Flux, prove that concept. Now, the other part of running it on Flux is you have to pay for it again within a month. Now, you could do it like every week. You pay for it every week and it would just continue to extend you that extra week, but it will only take up to the month. So you have to make sure that you know when yours is going to expire, because you do not want to have to respin it up, because your reliability score takes a while to build up. So you want to keep it always running if at all possible. But I know that Jeff Key, I don't know if you want to chime in here and tag me, but I know that the Flux team has talked about it, that they are working on ways to make the payment process for things like this easier, and where you can set it up to recur, or at least give you an easier way of paying for the Flux as opposed to the more complicated process. It's not that it's hard, it's just complicated. Overly complicated. People just want to be able to, oh, I want to renew my Flux node for my pre-node for another month. Boom, buy. Okay, yeah, I've got to pay in Flux, no big deal. I've got the Flux, boom. That's the system that they want. They don't want to have to, oh, wait a minute, I need to go into here and I need to reset this and I need to reset that. And yeah, that's not what people want. They want simplicity. But at the same time, if it was that simple, everybody'd be doing it. So, and then it wouldn't be as profitable. So yeah, leave it alone. It works. It works for me. I know how to do it. Geek of All Trades says, I don't get it. Does Presearch not do the indexing? It's just searching other multi-search engines. That's a good question. Let's max it. Let me see. I don't want to log out, but let me see here. Social sharing, nodes, keyword advertising. I just want to know about the project. Oh, about Presearch. There we go. Just took me a little bit to find. So I don't know if you've checked this out, but search privately, receive better results, and get rewarded with the Presearch decentralized search engine powered by blockchain technology. This is all about the tokenomics, it looks like. Let's see if there's any details that we can find. You know, a lot of this stuff is here. Let's look at the ecosystem, the search engine. The Presearch engine is next generation search engine built to provide the world with decentralized alternative, blah, 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 blah. The current version of Presearch engine is a step toward the ultimate vision and employs nodes operated by community members to access data from existing search resources and data sources. A series of community generated packages can also be displayed above the traditional search engine results to provide enhanced information. So one of the things they do is you can buy a keyword search and direct that keyword search towards, you know, something where you can monetize it. So that's one of the things that it does. And then the next step is to begin layering our own index on top of this platform so that community-driven results can supersede the external results, yet still provide users with comprehensive answers while the Presearch index is in development. So anyway, I don't know, it's an interesting project. I don't really think Presearch is going to be that different than what you would get on a Google. I mean, you may get different results, but my point is that the concept of what they're trying to do isn't necessarily different. Is it solving a problem? Kinda. It's creating an economy where people can help others. Instead of paying Google through ads, you can go to Presearch and help others that are supporting the network make pre. So it's just a different economy for it. And instead of paying Big Brother, Google, you can pay others who are helping to make it decentralized and not go to a place like Google where they're going to collect all your data. Presearch is not collecting your data. So that's That's one of the reasons why I do like it, is the fact that it will prevent you from going to a place that's going to collect your search data. Anyway, alrighty, let's see. Chump Change, thank you for being here. Hey, just saying, Panda was here before you. Well, not here before everybody, but he was here before Hawk. And well, I mean, really, Hawk was here before you, Chump Change. Hawk was here before you. Shaking my head. Anyway, you know, it wouldn't be the same if I didn't give you a hard time. Brian Hollywood, Mr. Mom, having a life? Please explain. All right, let's see. Anything else where I'm being called out, or are you guys just all talking amongst yourselves? Oh, Geek of all trades, laughing my ass off. I laughed way too hard at that. Let's max it. Hey, I didn't coin the phrase. Somebody else coined the phrase and started using it. I think it was, I don't know, Mining King, were you the one that actually coined that phrase? I don't know. Somebody did. I thought it was funny, so I just went with it. Anyway, but hey, I got the result. I think that was what you were looking for, so hopefully that helped. All right, so enough about pre. I talked about running the Ethernet cables to the basement. That was remarkably easy. Sorry, Sunflower Mama said, as she said quietly and laughing at the same time, because I did it. I helped. She's good with power tools. Just saying. Corded power tools. Anyway. Oh, the other thing I did, I spent a lot of time on this. I spent a lot of time doing end of year.
Chump change.
Oh, it was chump change? Okay, got it. Sorry. Definitely want to give credit where credit is due. Anyway. All right, so sorry, let me go back to this before I get off the Presearch topic. But if Presearch is decentralized, can anyone log IO data on individual people's nodes? I don't know. It's a good question. Not sure. And Patrick Murphy says, come on, I'll give you a pistol and we'll go clap some cops. He's talking about GTA, I think. Anyway, actually, it was kind of funny. The last time I played, I was bored. I mean, if you're not a cop, it's pretty boring, in my opinion, GTA roleplay server. So I went seeking out. I was on the stream, so I could see where they were. So I actually sought them out, and they were like driving like way north of the city. And so I found them and I ran up on them and I just started punching Hawk, because I'm like, all right, they're ignoring me. So I'm just going to start punching them. They're going to have to do something with me. So they put me in the car and drove me back to the city and dropped me off somewhere. Anyway, it was funny. Alrighty, let's see. Nice chump change. That was me. Effer. Sorry, Travelers Travel says, have you seen Crypto Mining Insider's video about Comatech S1 script ASICs? I have not. But let me put that on my list of, seriously, put that on my list of things to do. Honestly, Crypto Mining Insider has had some pretty interesting insight in different chats, and yeah, I need to check out his channel. I think I'll be able to deep dive into there as well. All right, How Crypto Miner says, remember I saw you running down the street in the only flannel in the city? Yeah, that was pretty funny. So I was, again, bored as hell. I'm like, all right, I'm actually going to try to do a job. And so I was running to go to a job, and I hear a car pull up, and I hear Hawk's voice. Hey, Max, get in. I was like, what? Not like you could spot me. Like you can't just like look at the map going, where's Max? Can't do that. No, he just happened to be driving by and picked me up. All righty. Yeah, you knew it was me immediately just because of the flannel. No, that's kind of the idea. Oh, just Max, it is unavailable on unstoppable domains. Might have to buy that domain. That would be pretty funny. Create my own Presearch coin. Anyway, all right. What else did I do this weekend? I was telling you I did end of year tax planning for my dad. So I do have access to his financial records. So I had that, but let's just say I didn't know exactly how much he made in Social Security. I didn't remember exactly how much is taxable. What else? Oh, I didn't know what the limits were for Medicare, for making sure that you get the lowest possible payment. So I learned a lot of things this weekend about tax planning for the retired. So I'm all set when I get to retire, if that ever happens. Anyway, but so just so you know, the 2022 income is what defines how much you pay for Medicare in 2024. Learn that this weekend too. So if you're single and you want to pay the lowest amount in Medicare, you can't make more than $107,000, which means between whatever your taxable amount is for Social Security and the amount you take out of an IRA cannot exceed that $107,000 or any other your other gains, your capital gains. He didn't have to worry about capital gains. That was not a problem. I don't think a lot of people have an issue with capital gains this year, but you're obviously able to take $3,000 in capital losses against your gains. So I factored that in as well. Anyway, lo and behold, was able to figure out exactly where he was, and he's good. He's good. He will not have to worry about it in 2024. So he'll get the lowest one. So anyway, but yeah, and then I learned that Social Security generally, if you are, you make decent money, you're able to pull out a decent amount of money. You're able to pull out, over 75,000 or so out of your 401k, or combining with your Social Security and your 401k. Your Social Security is taxed at an 85% of your Social Security on a federal level. State level, that's completely different. That's different across the country. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, it was a lot of deep dive into research and trying to figure it out and make sure that I could give him, that he was in good shape, or, because he was also wanting to know, hey, how much can I pull out before the end of the year and still stay below that limit? And so I let him know what that amount was. So anyway, it was good. I was going to go over and see him to do it, but I'm really glad we did it remotely, because having, the computer at my, being at my desk, I can do a lot better research being at home. So at any rate, that was fun. Again, I learned something. I don't mind doing something if I'm learning something. So I appreciated that part of it. And then a couple other things. One is in the basement. I've shown you guys before how, sorry, I'm laughing. I'll get to Chump's super chat here in a second. As I've shown you guys before, there is a fan that Sunflower Mama made, a fan window. So basically a fan that's mounted in a wood frame that goes into a basement window well, basically. It, where it pushes the air out through the window well. And that worked great over the summer. It really worked really well. But as we get into winter, that's letting air in. So put the window back in, and definitely helped heat things up in the basement. Should help heat the house a little bit better. So did that over the weekend. And then lastly, well, I'll get to this last. Let me talk about Chump Change. Yeah. Chump Change is like, earn my like, damn it. No tax talk. Not 2023 yet. Hate tax time. Max, please stop. I was talking about tax planning in that sense, not how much he's going to pay in taxes, but making sure that he stays below certain levels. So there's a lot to tax planning depending on your point in life. So yeah, it's a good thing to look at before the end of the year, because I'll give you an example. Yes, we all have losses, but have you taken $3,000 in losses? Also, don't forget, there's no wash sale yet, meaning that you could sell Ethereum today, take your loss and then rebuy it immediately. That wash sale law never went into effect. It was in a bill that never passed. So you can still do wash sales and take the loss legally. Now, again, not financial advice. I'm referencing things that I have read, but you do your own research. Check it out. I definitely highly suggest you looking at your own tax situation. And if it's beneficial for you to take some losses, take some losses. Now, when the wash sale will eventually come into play, I mean, so what? So you sell one coin and you buy another one. There's so many coins out there, and a lot of them are going to basically ride the wave up in much the same fashion. So, because there's obviously similar coins out there. But anyway, definitely good thing to look at. We're in December. Take a look at it. If you haven't taken your $3,000 loss yet this year, look into it. Make sure that you're obviously that it's going to benefit you before you do it, but it's something to look into. Joker Miner, thank you. $4.99 $4.95 super chat. Tax talk for the win. Can I say I'm too practical at times, that's for sure. Oh, wow. Wow, that really says something, Brian Hollywood. When you say helium talk is greater than tax talk. Wow. Okay, I guess I reached a new low for you, Brian. Sorry. All righty. Well, let me talk about my last topic, because this has kind of been a little bit of a journey for me, because as I've talked about before, I've got a bad hip. I've got osteoarthritis of both hips, actually. Left hip is fine. It's the right hip that's much more advanced. And I've been through physical therapy this year. It's definitely helped. I've got some stretches and things like that, but it definitely bothers me. But the one thing I didn't realize until, I don't know, about 8 or 9 months ago, was that the chair I was sitting on was making it worse, much worse. It was basically cutting into the back of my thighs. So I did some research in like, what should a chair be like? What are some really key aspects of a chair? And then looked up osteoarthritis. And one of the key things with a chair with somebody like me with osteoarthritis is to make sure that the front of the chair is flexible so that you can put your knee below your hip. That's a key thing with mine. Obviously, that's not for everybody. That's not a reason why everybody needs to get a new chair. But in doing all of this search, I found a video by Gamers Nexus where he compared gamer chairs to office chairs. And in every case, office chairs won out by a ton. Gamer chairs are meant for looks only. There is nothing comfortable about them. Now, Secret Labs makes probably the most comfortable gamer chair. I've heard good things about them, but they are nowhere near as good as a good office chair. So what I did was I did some research on office chairs, and yes, Herman Miller's, oh my God, they're super expensive. They're ridiculously expensive. Even the remanufactured ones are really, really expensive. But Steelcase, it makes awesome chairs. This one is the Leap V2. That's the one I'm sitting in currently. At work, I have the Amiya, but got them both from Crandall Office Furniture. Description and affiliate link is in the description for full disclosure. But hearing Chum Change complain about his stool and Hawk say this chair doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit people like me. It doesn't fit people like anybody unless you're like, I don't know, a teenage girl with narrow shoulders. I mean, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So instead of spending $400 to $500 on a Secret Labs chair, or even spending like $200 on a chair that isn't going to be comfortable but looks cool, do yourself a favor, go to Crandall Office Furniture, check out their chairs, check out their remanufactured chairs, the ones that they remake, and you can gamify it for like $30, $30, 30 bucks. I got mine completely with whatever I wanted on it. So I put my logo and it's got flannel. So for those of you that have not seen it, let me see if I can change over to, I think, no, I just got to do, nope, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, yep, that'll work. So that is what the chair looks like. Back it up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. Get that out of the way. Probably can't hear me really well, but so super comfortable. Yes, I put that on there. $30 for above and beyond the $600 that the chair was. But I mean, this thing has a 12-year warranty. It's built like a tank, but doesn't feel like it's built like a tank. Yeah, it's a great chair. I love this chair. And have I had time to sit in it for lengths of time? Sure, I have, but not for as many days straight as I have this weekend. And going to work today was actually really nice because I had my hip had gotten some rest. And if I had sat like that in the old chair I had, I would barely be able to move. I'd be so stiff at work that I'd barely be able to move. And like I said, today was, I mean, it hurts. I mean, I'm not saying like it's a miracle work or anything, but it really, really helps. So what was that? Oh, yes, you're looking at my stomach. You don't need to look at my stomach. Let me go back to my other. There we go. Yeah, you don't need to see any of the other stuff. Yeah, no more OnlyFans angle. Thanks, Chump Change, for the $5 super chat. I would have read that one anyway. Anyway, so Bacon Eggs a Hash says, I'm right with you. I liked my chair until I put together a gaming chair at work, and that thing hugged me like a glove. Makes a huge difference. Yeah. Office chairs, real office chairs are great. Like I said, Amiya steel case makes great, and I say reasonably priced on the remanufactured side. Is it immaculate? No, probably not. I mean, it doesn't look brand new, but it looks, I mean, I'm not looking at it. I mean, when I come in, I don't look to see like down below if the base is like perfect or anything. I'm looking at the chair itself. The arms are new. Obviously the material and everything is new. The padding is new. So anyway, cannot recommend it enough. I like I said, it was not a cheap investment, but I can tell you it is really good. It's really good. So check it out. Crandall Office Furniture. Give me a second and I will get the link. Where did I put it? Where did I, oh, there it is. It's right. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted, but this will do it. Alrighty, here is the link. And they do have a special going on. They extended their Black Friday sale. So here's the link. Well, not exactly. Hang on, let me do this. Come on, load. There it is. Now I can paste it. Oh, Jesus. Let's try this again. There we go. There's the link. So anyway, I mean, if you have any questions about the process or anything, let me know. Hit me up in Discord. We can definitely help you out with it. But I do not want to hear anybody saying, oh, I can't believe my chair is so uncomfortable. Oh my God, DJ totally needs one of these chairs. I mean, have you seen his chair? Ugh, it's bad. And seriously, Chump Change, your stool, man, your stool. I don't even know what to say. Hey, K-Spec, how you doing, man? It's been a while. Been a minute. Bacon, Eggs, and Hash, thank you for being here. Anybody else that I missed, I apologize. Ed Carr, thank you for being here. Yankee, thank you for being here. All right. Anyway. Oh, this is just K-Spec saying hi to everybody. So hi. Let's see. Red Panda Mining. 53.5% personal income tax bracket over 220,000. I would like to have that problem. Jump change. He likes to feel the pole under the seat without anyone knowing. No, that is definitely not me. That would be you with your stool. And then Patrick Murphy, put the company's logo on it and have them buy one to test out. I'm thinking, well, you're absolutely right. And honestly, they knew I was having problems with my hip, and the chairs they had were horrible. I mean, it was causing me a lot of pain. And I said, look, this is the chair that will help me. And it wasn't as expensive as this one. The one I got at home was more expensive. But I got the least expensive one that I could get. I didn't get one with a logo on it because that would have cost more. I was really trying to, and this one has like more movable arms. That one doesn't. The one at work just goes up and down, which is fine. But it made a huge difference at work. Now, the one thing about work is the desk that they have for me when I'm on the warehouse floor, which is where I usually sit in the seat. I have to put the chair in the highest position, which isn't the best. It digs in a little bit more into the back of my thighs. Like right now, I have it not quite at the highest position. It's a little bit down, which definitely helps being a little bit lower. Well, my desk at work is like up higher. It's actually a standing desk. It's a standing table, but I needed to be able to sit and not stand all day. So anyway. Yes, I sat in every chair in Staples and I think they're all rubbish. You would be correct. And that's what my boss wanted me to get. He wanted me to get a chair that was available at Staples. He's like, my chair is comfortable. I'm like, your chair is somewhat comfortable, but not that comfortable. It really isn't that comfortable. I could have made his chair work, I suppose, but it definitely is not ideal. But anyway. All right, let me see if you've been dealing with tooth pain. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. I actually went to the dentist recently. Holy cow. My gums are sensitive now. Don't know why all of a sudden, but yeah, she's like, man, you're bleeding up a storm. So yeah, she was digging in, my dentist. Yeah, talking about all the fun things. Dentist is, out of all of those, the least favorite. Now, I haven't had any cavities, but like I said, it's still not an enjoyable thing to go to the dentist. I don't know about you guys, but not my favorite thing to do, that's for sure. Let me see if there's anything I missed. I don't think there is. Like I said, hopefully this weekend, I'll be able to plug in the PDU, the one that I can network and switch individual circuits on and off. I'm looking forward to being able to do that, especially being that I'm going to be going out of town. So I'm looking forward to actually taking some more time off next week and basically through Christmas and then on the other side of Christmas. So looking forward to that. K-Spec sent you my Pano X-ray. You can take a look later. Okay. Do I want to look? Anyway. Alrighty. Well, let me, it's been an hour. So if anybody has any last questions, in fact, I'll drag this over so I can show you guys the chair. Come on, go into there. No, there it is. So this is the company that I ordered from. Like I said, they get 20% off authorized returns, but those are really expensive, and you can't customize them. But it's 10% off everything else. So you can get 10% off. I have to admit, I did negotiate 15% off. As I said, I would be talking about it because it was important to me. And I felt like it was going to be important to our community. And again, as I've said before, not that they're kind of sponsored because I have an affiliate link, but I chose them and then asked them, because I only promote products that I believe in on this channel. So none of this, hey, somebody wants me to promote this. Nope. So only things that that I believe in. So anyway, cannot stress how much I love this product. Only if I had one nitpicky thing was the transport. Like the leg of the base knocked a hole in the side of the box. That was it. There was no damage as a result, but it made a hole in the side of the box. And like I said, nothing was marred or anything like that, but that was literally it. And I guess the only other thing was, it was kind of like a moment. We were having trouble getting the seat on because we weren't putting the seat glides on properly. But that was definitely pilot error. It would be nice if they had a little bit better video on how to put the seat glides on. But once you put them on, you're kind of like, why didn't I think to put them on that way in the first place? I don't know. Oh, you can't see. Yes, sorry. Let me move that back over. There we go. So there is Crandall Office Furniture. That is the website. It actually shows the link up. Well, actually, I'm not showing the link, but I put the link in the chat, and as well as it's in the description. So check it out. Check it out. Like I said, I love them. All right. I'm going to check to see if there are no there are no more questions. So I will probably be hanging out, maybe gaming for a little bit before going to bed. I really should go to bed now, but not gonna. All right. Mindsum says, Red Panda Mining, can I write off my mining equipment given to me by sponsors? Oh, wait, that's right. I have no sponsors. And I will not touch that one with a 10-foot pole. Anyway, alrighty, guys. I've been going here, like I said, about an hour. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I have no idea. I've been focused on the stream itself. I have no idea what we ended up getting to as far as viewers. But again, I appreciate you all. Appreciate you all being here. I am always honored to have you all here and continuing to grow this community. So again, thank you again. And we will see you on Saturday Night Live on Misfit Mining. We'll see you here next Monday. You guys all have a great week.